Hello guys and welcome back to the channel. So today I want to show you how to use properly the item.index syntax in Axure. It is a property of the repeaters, and how to move basically items that are outside the repeater so that it simulates that are linked to the repeater itself. So if you're interested, as usual, subscribe to the channel, activate the bell, put a like, a comment, and that's it. Let's get started. And here we are inside Axure. What we have on the screen actually is just a simple table, right? It's composed by an header. We have this is a repeater, simple repeater. By the way, I'm using Axure 10 that actually is now available for everybody to download. So it's no more, I would say, real beta version. So you can download it and install it and use it. It's cool. So what I want to show you is how to move basically this item, this widget that is called the DP overlay, that actually it's a repeater wrapped inside a dynamic panel, just to, place some shadows and some other fancy stuff, right? I want to move basically this widget, the DP overlay, at the bottom of each row when I click on that specific row, and we will use the item.index. Why we will use this? Because item.index is a syntax that will help us to identify on which row we clicked on. What we have to do actually is to go inside our repeaters, select our item, so the container icon, okay, and I will do an interaction. Really simple. On click, what we have to do is to show the DP overlay, so this overlay that we saw before. We can put for example a slide down 300 milliseconds with an is out cubic and bring target to front. It's okay. But how we can actually move this widget? Because if we go here, right now, I want to place it right here. If we go in preview and see the results of this, actually, if I click on the first, it will show here. If I click on the second, it will show here. If I click on the third one, it will show here. So obviously the position will not change, and this is why we have to use the item.index syntax. If I now replace it back in the position where I would like to place it, I go inside the repeater, I click on my item, and what I have to do is to move, right? To move the DP overlay to, so for the x-axis, I will leave it blank, so it will not move, or you can use target.x, it's the same thing. And for the y, what we have to do is going here, and here is the tricky part, but it is really awesome, right? So the first thing that we have to do is to insert basically the repeater itself. Right, so item.repeater, it will take basically the repeater itself, and I want to place it on top, so I will say dot top, right? So basically each time that I click, it will place on top of the item repeater. This is a function that is specific for the repeaters, because we are using an action inside an item that is in the repeater itself. Right, and I have basically to add to this the item.index. Okay, so insert variable or function. I will select index here, so item.index, so it will return us basically the index number of the item on which we clicked on, multiplied by what? By the height of each row, right? So to do so, we have to first create a local variable that is called row, for example, that is the widget of the item that compose basically the repeater. So we go in the repeater, we select our background row, okay, it is this one, and then I multiply this item.index by row.height, so by the height of this element, so of this background. And actually I don't want that this should be exactly sticked to the bottom of it, just few pixels before this bottom. So I will subtract, for example, 6 pixels, right? Minus 6. So in fact, if now I go on preview and I click on the first item, you see it works. Yeah, you can say, yeah, of course, it's the first one, it's where you placed it. But now if I click on the second one, you see it moves underneath, and I click on the third one and it moves underneath. And also this video is finished. I hope you enjoyed it and you learned something new from me. As usual, subscribe to the channel, activate the bell, put a like, a comment, and see you in the next video. Bye!